Hello everyone! Today we'll be testing which game modes are the best if you want to push Charlie. Based on her gadget, star power and her overall kit, I'll be ranking each of the single game mode. From this we will have a general idea how strong is she across the board. So let's start with the first game mode, which is Solo Showdown. I know you will say that I'm playing on low trophies, but this won't change the fact that she has one of the strongest defenses in the game. She will still be doing this kind of stuff. The fact that you never have to reload when you are at close range, this thing helps a lot against low DPS enemies, and to be honest against any enemy in general, which I will show you later in this video. Even against tanks she performs really well, just by her ammo. I'm not even talking about her super. And if we talk about super, we know it can stop almost everything. So, till now we were discussing about her abilities in general, but now we will deep dive according to the game modes. So, if you play Solo Showdown and you do not team, you know that 1v1 ability is the most important factor for a brawler to be strong in that game mode. So, Charlie is one of the strongest brawler in that case. See how I destroyed that other Charlie? You can basically cocoon anyone and use the gadget, and it's a free kill. And see, even a Cordelius doesn't stand a chance against you. And it's not just once, I will show you in the later part of this video as well. So, if I have to rate this game mode for Charlie, I will give it a solid A tier. The reason I'm not giving it S tier is because if you have a bad aim, it will be hard for you to survive in Solo Showdown, because the attack pattern of Charlie is really hard to hit. The projectile speed makes it easier, but if you're really bad at the game and your aim really sucks and you play Solo Showdown a lot, then this brawler might not be optimal for you, because hitting consistent shots with this brawler is really important. Otherwise, you don't stand a chance against teamers. I will not advise teaming, and you should never do it because it really affects the health of the game. And also it is unfair and cheating. I've stopped playing Solo Showdown myself because of the teaming issue. So now, let's move on to our second game mode, which is Duo Showdown. So Duo Showdown requires even more skill in comparison to the solo one. Here you really need to hit consistent shots, otherwise it will be very difficult for you to survive. If you are at low trophies, you can definitely make it work by camping or something. But the higher you go, the more you realize that you need a good aim, otherwise you will be deleted very fast. You can make it up to an extent by your gaming sense, but not much if you have aiming issues. People will tell you how strong Charlie is, her super, her gadget. This is all true, but none of this will matter if your aim sucks. That's why I'm emphasizing a lot on that thing. There are other game modes that requires more of game sense and less of aim. So, considering all of these things in mind, I will rate Duo Showdown as B tier for Charlie. See, those who are absolute pro will not watch this video, it is true. So, this video is definitely for those people who really struggle. So it won't make sense if some of you will comment that this is not B tier, this is an A tier game mode and blah blah blah. So now let's move on to the next game mode, which is Brawl Ball. This is where things start to get unfair. You can put a lot of pressure on the enemy team right from the start if you use your gadget. You spawn 3 spiders that have a decent amount of HP. This helps you to put pressure on the enemy team, and once you get your super, it's even more unfair. You can remove one person from the enemy team, and 2v3 is kinda easy. If you have a right matchup, you can score the goal easily. If you ask me how much I rate this game mode for Charlie, I will say it's an A tier. The reason I'm not giving S tier is because there are better brawlers in the meta that are easier to use and their hypercharges are better than hers. But this is also true that you can easily counter those hypercharged brawlers. So I'll say it's an upper A or lower S tier game mode for her. You can definitely argue that this game mode is an S tier for her. If you have a good team synergy and you don't play with randoms, then sure, you can consider it. So now let's move on to the best game mode for Charlie, which is Gem Grab. This game mode, oh my god, Charlie in this game mode ruined my entire rank 30 fang push. I was pushing so easily with my friends in Gem Grab. Then Charlie meta arrived, and my god, she just hard countered my fang and also putting so much pressure on the gem carrier of my team. I mean, it's just not possible to go in front of her. She will just super you, and as a fang, you know, I will die. I cannot use my super on her. And my teammate, he cannot go in front of Charlie because if she uses her super on him, he will lose all of his gems. She kept constantly pressurizing us by using her gadgets. Oh my god, it was such a pain. I was at like 960 trophies I was pushing so fluently, and then this brawler arrived and ruined everything, and now my Fang is like 887 trophies or something. So yeah, I highly recommend pushing Charlie in Gem Grab. It's an absolute S tier game mode for her. I will show you some gameplay examples. You can see right on the screen how I'm countering this Cordelius. And not just once, I'll do it multiple times, as I said earlier in the video. See, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Yes, cocooned. See the frustration of the players. Bro, Charlie is so toxic, and now I gadget. He cannot use his gadget on me and silence me and kill me. It is just not possible. So here I grab an easy victory for my team, carrying the gems, being one of the safest gem carriers in the game. So yeah, now let's move on to the next game mode for Charlie, which is Duels. So if you're playing Duels, I have a piece of advice for you. Do not use Charlie as your first brawler. I did this mistake and I lost like a lot of matches. But if you have your super charged by using your first brawler or second brawler, then it will be relatively much easier for you to win, because you will always have that backup super in case you are struggling in the match. It will help you secure the kills so much easier, because you know, once you use your super and use your gadget, it's basically over for the enemy. Here I somehow managed to survive this Edgar, because you know, typical Edgars, how they play, but against good enemies and good brawlers, you have a fair chance to lose a 1v1 matchup initially. So it will be better to use Charlie as your second or third brawler. As you know, it's a bit harder for you to aim with Charlie, so this is the reason why I'm saying it. There's a chance that you may die even before you get your super. And we all know that Cocoon is the secret to victory. Here you can see, Cocooned, yeah. That's the secret of victory. So if you don't have your cocoon ability, it will be a bit harder for you, but you can surely make it work. It all depends on your skills and the matchup you face. Duels is one game mode where I myself is interested to know your personal opinion. What do you think? How much will you rate this game mode? Do you also think it's the best game mode for Charlie? Like this Bell gave up by thinking that Charlie is like the literally best brawler in the game. Now the next game mode which we have is Hot Zone. This is also another game mode where her abilities really shine. You can put instant pressure with your gadgets, and then you can use your super later to remove one enemy from the game, and this thing is very impactful in a game mode like Hot Zone. Time is of the most important value in this game mode, and here by removing one enemy, you get enough time to prepare yourself for the upcoming enemy. Like you can see here on the screen, I cocooned him, and where I would have still be fighting that Chuck, I managed to heal myself up and got ready to fight the next enemies in time. So I would definitely say it's an A or S tier game mode. The one thing that I really like about Charlie is her ability to stop the hypercharged brawlers. Her super is so effective when the hypercharged brawlers are charging towards you. You can just tap one super and that's it. All the aggression is gone. Now next I'm going to cover 3 game modes at once. They're Bounty, Knockout and Wipeout. They all have similar playstyle, that's why I'm covering them at once. So the biggest problem here is that you face a lot of sharpshooters, and Charlie doesn't have the highest range. So these game modes might not be as good as the other ones I've told you. There are so many better sharpshooters in the meta like Piper, Nanny, Mandy. They can simply outtrain Charlie. So if you want an overall conclusion, I will say she will be better in aggressive modes. Here I was keen to see how Charlie will perform on this map, because you know this is a different kind of map. This is where you see hybrid comps like a combination of short range and long range brawlers. That's why I seem to perform better here. And you can also say that I am playing at low trophies. This could be also a reason. So yeah, it will be better to play her in other game modes. So if you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna rate this game mode as B tier for Charlie. I mean, not just this game mode, I'm combining all of these 3. Do you see how cheesy this brawler is? You can troll the enemies so much. So now let's move on to the final game mode, which is Heist. Charlie seems to have a lot of potential in Heist. See, if you are playing at lower trophies, you can absolutely destroy the enemy safe alone. I'll show you by example. I'll go up, I use my gadget to make them fall back and use my cocoon, and yes, now you can see how much damage I can deal alone. This is why you shouldn't leave this brawler alone on your Heist safe. Even that Sam being a tank couldn't do anything because he doesn't have the ammo to finish me off. It's such a good brawler to put pressure on the enemy team. Now here I finally went down. So if you're playing at lower trophies like till 500 or 600 range, I will say it is an absolute S tier brawler. But if you are playing higher than that, the enemy team won't let you base rush on their heist safe. Therefore, at higher trophies, it's an 8-year game mode for Charlie. So yeah, these were my thoughts how Charlie is going to be in every single game mode in Brawl Stars. So yeah, let me know in the comment guys, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think my list is accurate or not? If you made it till the end, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later.